Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Maswell.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Emmanuel. Hello, Joseph. Dr. Wilson.
Hi, Moaz.
Natasha. Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Yourself, how are you doing?
I'm very fine. Thank you. Okay.
Good.
We're going to start. Uh, so welcome back, everyone.
Thank you.
Before before talking about today's content, let's take a quick moment to review what we learned in day one. Yesterday, we discussed the entrepreneurial journey from identifying business idea to scaling your business. And now for day two, we will focus on a very important tool that called the business model canvas or BMC. This is a really powerful tool that helps entrepreneurs, as we mentioned yesterday, map out their entire business model on just one page, So by the end of today, you will have a clear structure of your business idea, making it easier to turn your concept into a viable business. And today's objectives are learning the key components of the business model canvas and understand how each component contributes to your business success, and finally apply the BMC or the business model canvas to your idea. So let's get started. And we are going to start with a question. What do you think a business model is, and why is it important for an entrepreneur to have one? So again, I just want to hear your thoughts about what do you think a business model is and why it's important for an entrepreneur to have one. Again, feel free to share your thoughts in the chat or unmute yourself and go ahead. Natasha, hello, good afternoon. Hello. So, Natasha, what do you think a business model is? Why this tool is important for entrepreneurs? Would you please unmute yourself? Edward said that it acts as a compass. Okay, a compass. Okay.
Well,
Thank you. Natasha?
So I think a business model is the approach that you take. I'm not sure, but I think it's the approach that you plan on taking on how the business will run.
Okay. Thank you. Emmanuel.
well, so a business model is a conceptual.
No worries.
It's a conceptual framework that kind of describes how a business is created and then
Mhm.
how you intend to deliver your value proposition.
Very good.
So how is it important? It is important because it gives you an idea of what problem you want to solve, who are the customers that you want to target, what value do you want to offer, how do you
Okay.
even want to make your profit,
Mhm.
what will be the cost, how do
Okay.
you even want to build the whole business. So this is a kind of a roadmap, an idea that helps you to
Roadmap.
actually know what you want to do from the start to the end.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you for using a conceptual framework, also using the word roadmap. Also, Edward, thank you for using the word compass, and Natasha insights were very good. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. Okay. So a business model canvas, this powerful tool, which we are going to use today, is a strategic management tool. This tool helps us visualize, design, and pivot our business model. So it's like a clear picture. Okay. So it's like a clear picture of how a business operates, and it consists of 9 key components as shown on the slide. The customer segments, then the value propositions, then channels, customer relationships, revenue streams, key resources, key activities, key partnerships, and cost structure. Again, by the end of the day, we'll have, or you will have filled in these
Sorry,
segments.
the
Yes,
slide is not, we're not able to see the slide. It's too small.
you're not able to see the slide.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to explain each component of the 9 components of the BMC. Natasha, don't worry. Okay, so the BMC will help you better understand the entire business ecosystem and how the pieces, how the components fit together. But why do you think using a tool like the BMC is important for entrepreneurs, especially in the early stages? Again, guys, why do you think using a tool like the BMC is important for entrepreneurs, especially in the early stages?
I think it's important, like Mr. Edward said, to say gives a roadmap. So it's
Okay.
important for a business to know where they are going so that they're
Mhm.
even able to know when they get at what stage. So I think
Okay.
it also not only them knowing where they are going, but it also helps them stay focused on the core vision of the business.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Natasha. Who else? Dr. Wilson, how are you? Dr. Wilson? Okay, Mr. Emmanuel.
Sorry, come again.
I'm
The
just
import
asking about,
the importance of BMC
yes, the importance of the BMC. Why do
in
you
the
think
early.
it's important to use such a tool in the early stage for entrepreneurs?
Well, for any project that one wants to take up as a business, and even as any project, you should first understand exactly what you want to do. So in the
Okay.
early phase, if you don't have your BMC well written down and well understood, then you'll be moving. It's like a ship without a radar. You'll be moving around without knowing exactly what you want to achieve. So it will guide you as to each stage what you need to do and what you also need to avoid, so that you can avoid, and that can also destroy your business or not help you to achieve your objective.
So what you need to do and what you should avoid. Great, thank you. Edward.
Thank you so much. My understanding is that it's in the early stages of everything. It acts like a foundation, because
Foundation.
even when we are raising a kid, or the foundation of everything is very, very important before it starts to face the challenges out there of the different uncertainties in the business. It should have a strong foundation where to fall back. So once we start from that strong foundation, and from the early stages, when the roots are stronger enough to understand and to withstand the challenges of business out there, at least the foundation is strong. So it makes the business to move in a point where the uncertainties of the business is all over the place. It's an everyday thing. But when the foundation is so strong for every business, it will be able to stand by itself, regardless of the storms that come outside. Thank you so much. That's my contribution.
Yes, thank you, Edward. Thank you, Edward, Emmanuel, and Natasha. Yes, as you said, the BMC is crucial because it allows you to simplify complex business ideas into a visual format. So it helps entrepreneurs focus on the essential components and understand how they are interconnected. And by using the business model canvas, you can test and validate your business idea without having to develop an entire business plan first. So it's like an agile, flexible approach that allows you to iterate and adjust based on feedback. We mentioned yesterday that customers' feedback is very crucial before launching your final version of your product. So the business model canvas allows you to adjust based on feedback and market changes. So let's start by the first component of the business model canvas, which is the value proposition. The value proposition, what problem are you solving? So let's think together. Think of a project. Think of the projects you applied yesterday. What is the unique value that your business offers to customers? And how does your product or service solve their problem? So when thinking about your projects, what could be a unique value proposition? Value propositions define the unique value your product or service offers to customers. So again, the value propositions define that unique value your product or service offers to customers. And it explains why customers should choose your solution over other competitors. So this could involve solving a specific problem or fulfilling a need that's not being addressed by competitors. For example, Tesla provides sustainable and high performance vehicles. So I just want you to consider what problem is your product solving and how is your solution better than others. So when thinking about yesterday's projects, I want every one of you to share his thoughts about possible problems his or her product was solving and what could make that solution better than others. What are the unique value propositions that could give you a competitive edge over the other competitors in the market? For example, thinking about the mobile application you designed yesterday for the waste management. What might be the value propositions in that application so that your customers will use that product or service? So Natasha, what do you think could be value propositions in that app?
When you say value propositions, are we looking at the numbers? I don't think I'm clear with the question.
You are going to look for the numbers?
I'm still not very, yeah.
What do you mean by you are going to look for the numbers?
So what I mean is, when you say what will the value propositions be, and we're looking at the business model, I don't know, maybe I missed it. So my thought is, are we looking at how much it's going to cost to come up with the model?
Okay.
Is that what the question is?
Okay, Natasha, I hear you.
Okay. I think
Thank you.
I lost you. Yes, I'm not clear. I'm a bit behind.
Okay, I just want you while filling that component on your BMC to think about what makes you special. Why customers should choose your solution over others.
Okay.
So consider what problem is your product solving and how is your solution better than others.
Okay. So that is a competitive advantage, right?
Yes, the competitive advantage.
Okay. So I think, according to yesterday's example about waste, my competitive advantage would be our pricing.
Pricing,
Would ensure that we are able to cover from the lower cost livelihoods up until the high cost living. So we would have services that cater for everyone so that they are sorted out, their wastes are sorted. So my competitive advantage would be pricing.
Would be pricing. Thank you. So pricing is a possible competitive advantage. What else could be a competitive advantage or a value proposition? Emmanuel, what do you think?
My value proposition or value proposition in general.
No, I'm talking about the value proposition in general.
Oh, okay. Well, it's important. It's important because that is what will separate you from any other business that is doing a similar thing. So if you don't get it right, then you can't compete, be out of business. So you have to get it right, and you should also convince your customers or your client or your guest or whoever you are targeting as a customer to also buy into your value proposition and get them to be loyal to whatever you are offering. Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Emmanuel. So a value proposition could be your price, could be a quality, could be being new, the newness, could be the customization, the easy to use website or application. So think about what could make different than other competitors so that customers will choose you. Customers will choose your solution over others. So that is the first component, which is the value proposition, thinking about what problems are you solving. A second component is the customer segments. The customer segments. So who are your customers? Who are your customers? So let's think about what or who are your target customers. Again, think about the application you invented yesterday. Who are your customers? How do you categorize them into specific segments? So customer segments are the groups of people or organizations your business aim to serve. And by identifying your customer segments, you can better tailor your product to their needs. So you're going to target a specific segment or specific segments of people or organization your business aims to serve so that you'll be able to tailor your product to their needs. So what are the examples of customer segments? The examples of customer segments include a mass market like Coca-Cola, serving all types of people, whether in different geographical areas or with different demographic characteristics, or niche market for very, very specific target of people or organization, segmented market. And segmented market, you are targeting more than one segment, giving them more than one product to fulfill the needs of each segment. And diversified market, The diversified market is about serving many types of segments with different needs. And finally, something called the multi-sided platform. And to understand the multi-sided platform, it's like your application. It may be like your application. For example, Airbnb serviced multi-sided. It serves both travelers, the travelers who need accommodation, and homeowners who offers accommodation, so that it's a multi-sided, having two sides or more than one side, multi-sided platform, a multi-sided platform. So again, the types of customer segments may be a mass market, maybe a niche, very specific with specific criteria market, a segmented market, diversified market, or multi-sided platform. So let's apply quickly on our application yesterday, which helps citizens for waste management. Who are the customer segment or segments you are serving? So in general, guys, when talking about an application that is used for waste management by citizens, who could be the customer segments you want to serve? Mr. Edward, what do you think? Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, who could be your target customer segment or segments?
Well, so for a socialist country,
Okay.
government is in control of everything. So then you target government institutions where government pays you directly. But in an economy where it's a capitalist economy and you have middle income earners, and then also you have top income earners, then you target them because they are the ones that, in quotes, are elite and can also, they are also more in tune with the use of telephone and other gadgets to also make payment, electronic payments. They are also the ones that are more or less working class, so they don't have time for managing their own rubbish or waste and things like that. So you target such people. It's easier for them to make payment directly. It's easier to engage, and it's easier for them to also, I mean, in a community where you have laid down roads, everything is in place, it's much more easier than going to a community where even access is a challenge, and then getting them to also understand what you want to do is a challenge. So you target the middle and then upper income earners.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you,
Welcome.
Emmanuel. Who else could share his thoughts about possible customer segment or segments for the waste management application? Jane, welcome back, Jane. What do you think? Citizens could be a customer segment. Organizations who are interested in environmental issues could be a customer segment. Governmental sectors could be a customer segment. So I want you to think and clearly define your customer segment to tailor your product to serve their needs. So we talked about the value proposition, and this is the solution you are offering to your customers. What makes you better than other competitors? What are your competitive edges? Why customers should choose you and your solution over other competitors? Then the customer segment or the customer segments defining clearly your target customers. After customer segments comes the channels. The channels. How do you reach your customers? So how will you reach your target customers, and what channels will you use to deliver your product or service? So guys, channels refer to the various ways you deliver your value proposition to customers. So you're not just delivering a product or a service, you are delivering your high quality product, your easy to use service, your friendly used product. You are offering your low price. So channels are the various ways you deliver your value proposition to the customer segments. And these could be online platforms, physical stores, or even direct sales. Think about effective channels. Effective channels ensure that your target customer discover your business and can easily access your products. Let's take an example. For example, Amazon uses its online platform to reach millions of customers. I mean, the customers of Amazon can easily discover Amazon and can easily access its product through this online platform that serves millions of people. So when filling this part in your BMC, think about what channels will be most effective for reaching your customers. There are lots of channels, but you have to choose the most effective channels to reach your customers and how well you use these channels to deliver your value proposition. So again, think about reaching your customers through online platforms, through social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Think about reaching your customers through physical stores, direct sales. Think about the most effective channels for reaching your customers and ensure that your target customers discover your business and can easily access your product. Getting back to the application, what could be possible and effective channels so that you'll ensure delivering your value proposition to your customers? What could be an effective channel, guys? Natasha, what do you think?
The online platform.
On the online platform itself is a channel. Thank you. It is a mobile application. So the online platform or the mobile application itself is a channel so that your customers will be able to access all your products or use easily your service. Thank you. What else could be a channel for like educating your customers and raising the awareness about your product or your service or the mobile application? What else could be an awareness channel? Edward?
I think even we can use television. We can.
Yes, you can use television.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Edward, and thank you, Natasha. Again, guys, think about what channels will be the most effective for reaching your customers and how will you use these channels to deliver your value proposition. So again, we talked about three components: the value propositions, what are the problems you solve, then the customer segment or the customer segments, who are your customer segment or customer segments, and the channels, how could you deliver your value proposition to your customers. Then the fourth component is the customer relationships. Value proposition to customer segments through channels, effective channels, and retaining your customers and acquiring new customers through building customer relationships. And this is a really important component. Customer relationships is how do you engage with customers. So what types of relationships do you want to build with your customers? And how do you want your customers to feel about your brand? So how to build an emotional connection. Customer relationships could be defined as the ways you interact with customers throughout their journey with your business. And these relationships could be personal assistance or self-service, like using your application and they serve themselves very easily, or automated services like lots of applications, or building communities for your unique customers, or something called co-creation. What could be a co-creation? This word, how could we define this word while talking about customer relationships? What could be a co-creation?
Okay, so basically that is working with customers to create a product or service. So it's not you, the owner of the business, thinking that this is what I want to provide, then you go ahead and provide. But then you work with customers to provide a product or a
Mm.
service.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, as simple as this. For example, Apple offers personalized customer support at its retail stores, and this enhances customer loyalty. Your customers feel that they are creating their own business, not your business. This increases customers' loyalty. In customer relationships, I want you to think about how well you engage with your customers and build long-lasting relationships. Think about customer loyalty. Is it through personal assistance? Is it through self-service, automated services, community, uh, co-creation, customer service? What else? What else could be a customer relationship ways so that you ensure your customers' loyalty? So the first four components are the value proposition, the customer segments, the channels, and the customer relationships. Now it's time for a group activity. So let's apply what we've learned so far. In two groups, I want each group to choose a business idea, any business idea, any business idea. And we apply the 9 components on this business idea. Define the following for your business idea. First, your value proposition. What problem are you solving? What makes you unique? The customer segments. Who are your target customers? Define clearly your target customers. Third, the channels. What channels will you use to reach your customers? Think about the most effective channels. And finally, the customer relationships. How will you engage with your customers? What are the ways to build customer loyalty? So guys, I'll give you 20 minutes. Then each group will share its ideas with the whole group. So I'm going to divide you into 2 breakout rooms. Okay, so please join the assigned breakout room. Sorry. Sorry, guys, I will recreate the rooms.
I think I'm back in the main group.
Yes, yes. So sorry, Emmanuel. I'm going to recreate the rooms.
Okay.
Mm. Aaron, would you please join your assigned breakout room? Aaron, can you hear me? So, welcome back, everyone. Each group will first present his business idea, his entrepreneurial idea. Then he will take me through the 4 components of the business model canvas: the value propositions, the customer segments, the channels, and then the customer relationships. So starting with team 1, Emmanuel M. Abdul. You have 2 minutes to present your business idea and the 4 components.
Okay, so unfortunately, I don't know if it was my network or Abdul's network, where he is, any information that he has. Unfortunately, I couldn't. Is that okay? Hello?
Hello, Emmanuel, I hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I hear you. I hear you well.
Yes, I don't know if you heard what I said.
Okay,
Okay, right. So our value proposition is that.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
sorry,
please.
please go on. Okay, so our value proposition is that we are embarking on virtual tourism, and our customer segregation is for urban area, and the age group we are looking at is 18 to 55, middle to upper class with disposable income, and those who are also interested in travel, interested in educational, tourism, and those who are also armchair travelers, those who want to sit at home and travel in their imagination all over the world. So we provide that service for the virtual tourism where they can view any tourism site without having to move. So like I said, our customer segmentation is students, the youth, and urban, those in the urban areas who are usually from the ages of 18 to 55. That will be our target, with middle income to upper class with disposable income.
Okay.
The channel that we are using is obviously IT, artificial intelligence, and our customer relationship is to work with the youth, the young people, to actually develop what exactly that they want. We'll take advice, we work through with them, and then we'll develop the virtual tourism platform with them. So thank you.
Really, thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you for explaining clearly the 4 components. But would you please talk about your business idea? Is it a tourism application or something else?
Yeah, it's a tourism application. Yes.
Okay.
It's a tourism application. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Emmanuel. I thank you, team 1. Okay, team 2, Joseph, Natasha, and Teresa.
Good afternoon. So for us, team 2, we're looking, our business focus is a food restaurant. So it's a restaurant.
A restaurant?
A restaurant, yes.
Okay.
We're in the food industry. Yes, so we are operating a restaurant. So our value propositions will be: 1, we're going to offer delivery services. We're also going to have fresh foods. So prepare meals in the morning and deliver them by lunch. We are also going to ensure that the food is properly cooked. So these are our advantages, value propositions. So
So you mean properly cooked, you mean the high quality, the authentic
sorry,
ingredients. I think,
yes, yes,
okay, okay,
authentic. We're not doing junk.
okay,
Yes, and then our target customers are the ones that are working in the industrial areas. So those are our target customers, but even those that are away from our locality but would like to eat food that is authentic and has no artificials added, target customers. The channels we use to get to our customers are social media. We make posters. We also do posters. We do social media ads through Facebook, TikTok. We're also going to have handouts or brochures that we'll
okay.
distribute.
And
And also,
I have to say that the restaurant itself is a way of connecting with your customers, Natasha.
yes,
Mm,
we'll also ask for companies to sign
mm,
up their members of staff to eat
mhm.
from our restaurants. Yes. So another advantage for our businesses, we offer them a service where they are able to eat and pay at the end of the month. So for companies,
Okay.
if they can sign up their workers, they eat and then they'll only pay at the end of the month. We just bill them.
Okay, and
Yes.
this comes in a component of the BMC called the key partnerships. We're going to talk
Yes.
about key partnerships in a while. Okay, okay, Natasha. The customer segments.
Yes, sir. How are we going to maintain customer loyalty? Is one, we're
Mhm.
going to ensure that we deliver on time. We're going to ensure that the quantity of the food delivered is appreciated by the customer. Also, the quality of food. We also encourage customer experience feedback. So
Okay.
customers are able to give feedback of how the food was and our service overall. Thank you
Mhm.
so much.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Team 2. And thank you, Team 1, for your effort. Thank you for building the four components, the first four components of the business model canvas. So let's take a 20-minute break, just stretch, grab some water, and we will continue after the break. So a 20-minute break. See you then, guys. So welcome back, everyone. If you hear me, please raise your hand. Guys, Teresa, Joseph, Yasmini, Shibwa, Natasha, Emmanuel. Do you hear me? Okay. Yasmini, Teresa, okay. Who else? Joseph, Shibwa, Natasha, Emmanuel. Joseph also here. Okay, guys. So before the break, we talked about a very powerful tool called the business model canvas that help us. This tool helps us to visualize our business idea before launching our business, so that we'll be able to test the idea before the launch. And we went through 4 components of the BMC: the value propositions, the customer segments, the channels, and the customer relationships. Okay. So moving forward to the 5th component, which is the key partnerships. Who will help you? While Natasha was talking about the group's project, she mentioned some potential partners. A potential partner is some organization that could help your project to grow. So think about who are the key partners and suppliers that will help your business succeed. What role do they play? So the key partnerships refers to the external companies or individuals that will help you execute your business model. Partners can provide resources. Partners can reduce risks or even help you scale faster. For example, Uber, we mentioned Uber many times yesterday. When talking about key partnerships, Uber partners with drivers and various tech companies for mapping and payment processing. This means resources providing, risks reduction, and helping scaling faster. So I want you to think about in this component, the key partnerships, I want you to think about who are your key partners, how well they help you deliver your value proposition. Think about organizations or individuals that can provide some resources or can reduce risks or help you to scale faster. So again, getting back to the waste management application, who could be a potential partner who could provide resources reduce risks, or help scale faster. What are your suggestions? So, Teresa, what do you think? If you have a waste management application and you are looking for key partners, some individuals or some organizations that could provide the resources, reduce risks, or help you to scale faster, who could be a potential partner? Who could be a potential partner?
I would go for fundraise.
A fund.
Hello, hi. Sorry, I didn't say hi earlier. Sorry.
Okay, hello,
Uh,
how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Sorry, we had an emergency, so I drove someone to the hospital. Sorry.
No worries at all, no worries. We just missed you.
I'm sure. I also missed you. Yeah.
Okay, so a
So like
fundraising company?
a fundraise, like those companies that recycle, especially with the metals, like you're putting it.
Okay.
So those guys who buy the scrap metals for maybe manufacturing other stuff, the metal like hardware to say, the
Okay.
round bars, the angle bars, and all those the plates and everything that comes out of metal. So to me, I feel those could be good partners in terms of prevention of rust. If we say we have something that has been manufactured and we feel like it's okay, then they have already a ready market for those items. So to prevent rust, it means that we can be taking it out of shelf as soon as they are ready. And
Okay.
those that are recyclable, it's them again who are going to manufacture the products that will be made out of the same material. So I think those foundries could do well partnering with them in this form.
Great, great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Emmanuel, who do you think could be another potential customer?
For me, another potential customer. Sorry, just please go ahead for a minute. Let me just attend to something quick, please.
Okay, okay, sure, sure thing. Natasha, who do you think could be another potential customer?
Sorry, I think I was in a noisy place. I couldn't get you clearly.
Sorry?
I didn't get the question clearly.
Okay, we're talking about key partners. So I want to reflect on the waste management application. When thinking about that application, who could be a potential key partner that could provide resources, reduce risks, or help your application to grow and scale faster?
I think would target manufacturers of different products.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. But I also want to ask you, what about the tech companies? Maybe we need a tech company for the app development. So while thinking about the key partners regarding our business or entrepreneurial idea, think about all the potential customers. Emmanuel, go ahead, please.
Yes, I was going to say the IT providers,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
because they are very, very important, and especially in Africa where internet connectivity is a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So if you develop an app and your
Mm-hmm.
internet connectivity or your IT provider is not helping you,
Mm-hmm.
or where, especially if you belong to a particular government
Mm-hmm.
and then your government loses power, or a different government comes to power, they can actually destroy your business by making sure that your app does not get connectivity, and it can also be hacked. So that can be a potential challenge if your IT provider, in that sense, does not really support what you are doing or is not
Mm-hmm.
reliable. So they are extremely important for the success of the app.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Emmanuel. Okay. So the key partnerships, thinking about who will help you. Then comes the key activities. What are the most important activities? So moving from the key partnerships and thinking about who are your key partners and how well they help you to deliver your value proposition, we have to think about what are our key activities, what are the core activities your business needs to perform in order to deliver your value proposition effectively. So defining the key activities is that the key activities are the essential tasks and operations that are required to make your business model work. These activities could include product development, might be an important, a crucial activity. These activities could include marketing, sales, and customer service. Any essential task, any operation that is required to make your business viable, to make the business model work. For example, Spotify focus on music licensing and maintaining a user-friendly platform. So I want you to consider what activities are most critical to your business, and also what must you focus on to deliver your value proposition. Is it the product development? Is it the marketing, the sales, maintaining the web or the application, the customer service? Is it something physical, something online? What could be a critical activity to your business to ensure that your business model work? So guys, what could be a key activity for the mobile application of the waste management? Yasemini, what do you think? What are the activities needed to perform in order to deliver the value proposition or to make the business model work? Yasemini? Okay, okay. Uh, Joseph asked, Yasmini shared that the bank could be a key partner for the app management, for the waste management application. Okay, does that apply to an entrepreneur that's just starting or one that started a long time? Not also applied to an entrepreneur in the early stage, Joseph. So I want to ask you also, Joseph, about the key activities. In your opinion, what are the main or the key activities needed to ensure the business model of the waste management application work? What could be an important, a critical key activity? Guys, feel free to share your thoughts on the chat or unmute yourself if you want to talk. Abdul. Guys, you're here? Emmanuel?
Yes. Once, can you repeat the question?
I'm just asking about the key activities. What could be a critical key activity to make sure that our business model work? I'm talking about the waste management application. Is it the product development? Is it the marketing, the sales, the customer service? What could be a critical key activity?
I think for me, a number of what you've mentioned, but first of all, your product, how is it going to be received? It depends on how the product is developed. And then also the accessibility. Are the customers able to access it easily? When their rubbish is piling up, are they able to get in touch with the company to pick it up on time? We have had that challenge in Ghana, where we had a company that was a private company. Before the private company, we had a government company that is doing the rubbish collection. And they were supposed to come twice in a week. Sometimes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they haven't come, right? So if you have the app, everything, and you don't deliver, the quality of your service is not on point, then there is no point of even have the app. It's not going to work. So you should be able to deliver on your terms, because rubbish is rubbish. When it's there, you have nothing to do with it, and it can also generate health hazard. So for me, quality of service. If you say you are coming to pick it on this day, you pick it. You don't give excuses. The app should also work. It's not
Yes.
that people want to get access and then there's internet connectivity problem. The app is frozen, that sort of thing, because they are paying for a service. And the reason they are going for that app is that they don't have time. And that is the target market. And such market does not have time. So if you cannot deliver on that promise, then forget the app. The people will not be interested.
So it is the maintenance, the application maintenance, and the continuous development, making sure that
Absolutely.
the application is working.
Yes.
Also, Yasemini said that I think improving the customer service and marketing may help. Yes, insurance of the works when it comes to the health and in case one is injured. Okay, it may be reflected on other business ideas, but while talking about the waste management application, you have to think about the waste management and the specific activities related to the application. But thank you for sharing, Joseph. Abdul, increasing demand for starting customers need to be receptive of the service. So keeping that customer base and also customer service. Great, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. So the key activities are the most important activities, the critical ones that ensure our business model is working. And here comes the key resources. Emmanuel, do you have any question?
Yes, if I may share this quick one.
Mm.
I think where the rubbish is also kept is another issue, or what is done with the rubbish. We had a problem in Ghana. Let me use Ghana where I live. About 4 or 5 years ago, we had piles of rubbish all over the country, especially in the cities. And the reason was that the communities where they were dumping the rubbish decided that they were not going to accept that again because of the way the waste was managed in those communities. So the communities ganged up and said, enough is enough. We were not going to allow any company to dump any waste in our communities again. And it became a big problem. The government eventually had to come in and develop a new way of segregating the waste and also looking at how best they could dispose it. So if we have the app, customer services on point, everything, and what we do with the waste is not properly done. Now people are environmentally conscious. People are careful about the environment. So I think we should also look at that as well. What do
Okay.
you do with the waste?
Mhm.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Emmanuel. Okay, the key resources. What resources are needed? So think about what resources are critical for your business to function and grow. Without these resources, your business is not viable. So the key resources are the assets and resources your business need to create, deliver, and capture the value. Think about how could I create and deliver and capture the value. And these resources could be physical resources. If my business idea is about something that is physical, a shop, store, a restaurant. So one important resource is the physical components. It might be intellectual resources, human resources, or financial resources. So key resources might be physical, intellectual, human resources, and financial resources. For example, Google relies on its data centers, technology, infrastructure, talented engineers. Without the data as intellectual property and intellectual resource, without the infrastructure, the technology infrastructure, without the human resources who are the talented engineers, Google will not be able to function and grow. So here I want you to think about what resources does your business need and which resources are most viable to your success. Which resources are most valuable to your success. Thinking about the resources is a way to help you. Are you able to provide these resources, or you have to find a partner who provides you with these resources? So again, reflecting on the waste management application, what could be an important resource that will help the application to function and grow. But first, we'll hear Emmanuel. Emmanuel.
Yes.
Mhm. I thought, sorry, I thought you raised your hand.
No, sorry.
Okay, so I was asking about what could be key resources for the waste management application. What are the important resources that will help the application to grow and function? Teresa, what do you think?
Sorry, your question again? Sorry.
I'm asking about the key resources. The key resources are the critical resources that will help your project to function and grow. These resources could be physical resources, intellectual resources, human or financial resources. So, thinking about the waste management application, what could be critical resources for that application to function and grow? Teresa?
Could I try?
Hello, Abdul?
Yes. So for the waste management, there is need to have some delivery kind of service where the waste to
A
be
delivery kind
picked
of
from
service?
like in form of maybe some trash trucks, which will be
Mm,
picking the waste from certain pickup points, and there will also be need for a facility of where this waste to be dumped.
okay. And what about the application itself? Is it a critical resource?
Um, yes, the app
Okay.
itself is a resource, and development of the app, like in the initial stage, development of the app is also a critical component on
Yes.
how well the app will be, how user friendly the app will be.
And for the app development, I think we might need uh, web developers or application developers. Okay, so guys, I just want you to think about the resources your business need and the most valuable resources to your success. In the early stages, I mean by your success that the business is able to function and grow. So, key partners, key resources, and uh, key activities. So it's time for a group activity. I want you to define to continue your work on the business idea you created before. I just want you to continue by defining the key partnerships, the key activities, and the key resources. For the key partners, who are your key partners? The key activities, what are your essential business activities? And the key resources, what resources will your business need to operate, to function, and to grow? So in groups, in 2 breakout rooms, take 20 minutes to brainstorm. Then we will discuss your findings as a group. So human capital for Chipwa, yes. Also, guys, you shared lots of insights. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so 20 minutes. Take your time thinking about the key partners, the key activities, and the key resources for your business idea. See you after 20 minutes. Teresa, Yasemini, and Emma Abdul, please join your groups. Okay, welcome back, everyone.
Thank you.
So we're going to start with Team 1, Shipwa, Emmanuel, and M. Abdul. Could you please present your idea and the three components, the key partnerships, the key resources, and the key activities?
Yeah, Moaz, can you mention the three components again? We missed one of them.
Okay, the key partnerships or the key partners, the key resources, and the key activities.
Okay, great. Okay. Okay, so for just a moment, for the
Yes.
key partners,
Mhm,
we identified government as a key partner
mhm,
because some of these projects without government, there's no way you can do it. And beyond government, we also identified local government as also a key partner. And then we also identified service providers because
mhm,
the app, there are other services that you will need. So like the IT service, internet service, and any other service that they may need. So those are partners that we will also need. And then
okay.
key resources. We also identify human resource as a key resource because whatever you do, you also have human beings to interface it. So you need
Okay.
human resources to interface, to provide excellent customer service and customer care, and also be able
Mhm,
to attend to issues when they come up. Then we also identified our partners. Let me also mention, we also identified investors, especially angel investors, as our key partners, because as a startup entrepreneur, you may not have the
mhm,
resources to start an app, and developing an app is time consuming and is very expensive. So you may be looking at investors or angel investors as your partners. And development partners like the GIZs, the ILOs, MasterCard Foundation could also be your potential partners.
partners.
Then
Okay.
activities. To be
Mm,
honest with you, we mix the activities. So I
okay.
don't know if my colleagues have something to say about the activities. So obviously, at the top of my mind, your activities will be how do you engage your service providers, your community, your government, and your client or customers. So how you do this for me becomes the activities that you do, and then how you also develop the app. At what phase are you doing what? So that you know what you are doing at each phase, and that becomes the particular activity that you are doing. So
Okay, we have to mention specific activities that without these activities, daily activities, right? These daily activities, our project, our product, our service, the business will not be able to work, will not be viable. So in the next breakout room, you'll be working also on the key activities. Okay?
okay. Then we can
Okay.
save that for now.
Okay, can
Okay,
I
thank
can
you.
I add on? Just
Yes, sure. Go ahead, Shibwa.
I think one key activity is marketing.
Is marketing.
People
Okay.
will not know about the app if you don't let it out there. So people
Okay.
need to know this application actually exists.
So the only way
Okay.
people will know about it is through marketing. And marketing, of course, we understand can be done through friends, family, and of course, we had mentioned our network providers. So even in our discussion in our room, we had discussed network providers. So these are one key aspect of marketing because they have the ability to reach masses. If you have the finances, you're able to engage them to send even just messages to any type of person. Sometimes I think personally I receive very annoying texts where there's just dial star blah 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 hash and you are able to access funds. So imagine if we have such a message being sent out to say, are you struggling with your waste collection? Would you like us to manage your waste? And there's just that out there, so that there's that information constantly going out. And when the person has a need or a community has a need, they'll remember to say, oh, I received a message some time back. Let me try and retrieve it. So I think one key activity that should go on daily is marketing.
I agree. Thank you, Shepard. Thank you. And thank you, Team 1. Okay, time for Team 2, Joseph, Teresa, and Yasimini.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you for the other team for the information that you just shared. Thank you. Really appreciate. So I actually told Joseph already, me, I explain a lot. Please bear with me. I don't know how to summarize things.
Okay.
So on the key partners,
Mm.
we first discussed the local government, collaboration with local government agencies for permits, licenses, and approvals, or the necessary documents to say.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, the waste management companies. We partner with the existing waste management companies for expertise, infrastructure, and resources, as well as the recycling facilities. We establish partnerships with recycling facilities for recyclable materials, like those ones I mentioned in my other answer when you posed the question on me. Yes. For environmental organizations, we collaborate with environmental organizations for education, like awareness in the community engagement. And on the key components part, the same application, we develop it to a more user-friendly mobile app for customers to report waste collection issues and access to waste management information. So in as much as we can have an application on like the same waste management, if we have competitors with the same applications, we can always try to make it maybe by being more user-friendly, we include a variety of options. Because I've seen other applications that has, especially mobile applications on phones that we use, or the bank mobile applications, you'll find that this certain bank will have a few options and others have a lot. So we take advantage and make them more like that. Yes. And secondly, data analytics platform. We implement a data analytic platform to collect, analyze, and visualize data on waste management and the recycling rates at the same time. We also include like program management in the recycling area. The platform to manage recycling programs, provide education, more like awareness again. So on the key resources, we mentioned of funding. We have to secure funding from investors or some grants. In Zambia, we have CDF. We have CDF, yes, we have this CDF. I've even forgotten the definition, sorry. So they are more like grants, they're governmental programs. And also technology infrastructure. We invest in technology, yes, including servers, data storage, and network connectivity. is very, very important here. Human resources, we hire experienced professionals, starting from the software developers, data analytics, customer support. I think even drivers, more of drivers for transportation in the operations. Yes. Partnerships as well with local government agencies, waste management companies, I've mentioned already, marketing and promotion. Then key activities. On key activities, we spoke of market research. Conduct market research to understand customer needs, preferences, and main points. Yes, and establish partnerships with the people, with small organizations in the community, where we do also our marketing and promotion, launch marketing campaigns to raise more awareness. And then monitoring and evaluating continuously the application's progress, impact, and customer satisfaction, like feedback. Yes, I think this is all. Hope I haven't forgotten some. Thank you.
I'm really impressed. Thank you, Team 2. Thank you, Team 1, for all of this information. Thank you for the effort. Thank you. Okay. So getting back to the presentation. We went through the value proposition, the customer segments, customer relationships, channels, then key partners, key resources, and key activities. And now we have the financial part, the revenue streams, and the cost structure. So starting with the revenue streams, think about what are the different ways your business will generate revenue, and what revenue models will you use. What are the revenue streams? The revenue streams are the ways your business earns money from customers. As simple as this. And revenue could come from the product sales, the service fees, the subscription models, the licensing. For example, Netflix. Netflix generates revenue through its subscription-based model. So again, product sales, service fees, subscription models, and licensing. So try to think about as many as revenue streams as you could to generate revenue, to earn money from your customers. Think about how will you generate income from your business and which revenue models best fit your business idea. What is the best revenue model that fits the waste management application, or fits the shop store, or fits the restaurant, or choose more than revenue model to generate money. And after the revenue streams comes the cost structure. And to make sure that our business is profitable, we have to see and to compare the revenue streams to the cost structure to make sure that our business earns money more than its costs. The cost structure is about what are your costs. So what are the costs, the main costs involved in running your business? And how will you manage these costs? You have to know the costs to know how you will manage these costs. The cost structure refers to the costs required to run your business, and it could be fixed or variable. So the fixed costs, the costs that remain the same, whether you are producing very large amounts of your product or very small amounts, like the salaries and the rent. While the variable costs are variable, they vary from a month to another's. It change with production, like the materials and the commissions. So guys, I want you to work on the revenue streams and the cost structure. And this is the final part of the business model canvas. So in groups, I want you to consider what are the primary ways your business will generate revenue. And if you can use multiple revenue models, or you will just use one revenue model, also think about how will you price your products or services. Think about what are the major fixed costs of your business, like the office, like the rent, like the salaries. Also, what are the variable costs, the production costs, the materials, the shipping? Think about how will you minimize costs and increase efficiency, and how will you maximize revenue. So this is the final breakout room regarding the final components of the business model canvas. So in two groups again, you'll have 20 minutes to work on the revenue streams, try to use multiple revenue streams, and the cost structure, try to minimize your costs, whether the fixed costs, and think also about the variable costs. So 20 minutes will be fine, or do you want to make it shorter? Okay, so 20 minutes, and see you after 20 minutes to present your whole business model canvas. A presenter from each team will present the whole business model canvas. First, the idea, the entrepreneurial idea, then the application of the business model canvas to this idea. See you after 20 minutes. Yasemini, M. Abdul, Joseph, Matika, please join your rooms. So again, welcome back. Now each team will present his business and entrepreneurial idea and the whole BMC or the business model canvas. So I'm going to start with team 1, Shibwa, Emmanuel, M. Abdul, and Matika.
Okay, so team 1. So the business idea, we are still working with waste management app.
Okay.
Yes. So then we looked at the primary ways of generating income, which we have already discussed. I think we've talked about looking for funding from government sources, development partners, which we mentioned, development partners like MasterCard Foundation, ILO, GIZ, UK government, and other sources, and even government. And one source that probably we also didn't mention was family and friends. For sometimes startups get a lot of funding from family members and friends. So even though this app is expensive, but it's possible to also outsource or get some support from family and friends. Then we're also supposed
So family and friends who are able to invest.
Yes, angel investors.
Yes, okay. Investors, okay.
Yeah, so family and friends can also invest. You can have maybe 5 or 10 of them coming together to invest in the initial investment in the business before you even go out. And of course, crowd funding is also there. GoFundMe is also there. If your ideas are great and you put it out there, you can also get crowdfunding, or GoFundMe can also support. So we were also looking at promotional activities, which we talked about where you introduce 3 or 5 people, and then you get a certain discount, or the first 2 months it's free for you if you introduce 5 or 10 persons. Then we also talked of if you also segregate your waste, if you're able to segregate your waste, plastic from food waste, and then from bottles, if you are able to do that in a certain way, we also give you, that's also a promotion. We also give you a discount, or some benefit as well. And then we looked at fixed costs and then variable costs. Well, as an organization or a business, you would have an office. So a building, you also would have to use certain equipment or gadgets. You would also probably may have to install certain technology that has to be there, like a plant. So those will be your fixed cost, and then variable cost, your human resource, and some of the cost that you incur as and when you produce, or as and when you use certain facilities. So those will also be there. And then also, if you are renting your downside, that will also be a cost to you that could actually be a fixed or a variable cost. It could be a fixed cost in the sense that if you have it as something that, a place that you bought, and then you use it as and when you expand, then it becomes a fixed cost. But if you are renting it as and when your business increases, then you would need to increase the land site or the dumping site. So it becomes a variable cost for you. And then we looked at how we could minimize cost and maximize revenue. So we talked about looking at the raw materials that we are using, being efficient and effective in the way we use our raw materials, and also staff members not wasting electricity or resources, and also looking at our travel costs. If we are using fuel, whatever we are using at the site, if we are able to reduce that, then those direct costs, we can manage it. Then indirect costs, we looked at, I think I've mentioned fuel. So I don't know if my colleagues also have anything to add, because I seem to be all over the place. So Ahmed and Chabwa, if you have anything to add, I am done. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Shabwa, do you have anything else you want to add?
I think I would equally be all over the place. I think he's covered everything.
Okay, thank you, Team One. Thank you. Thank you for the effort. Thank you. Okay. Time for Team Two. Team Two, Teresa, Incredible Hulk.
All right, so I shall lay the framework of what my team has come up with, and others may add if they wish after I'm done. So in the spirit of not being redundant or repeat what has already been said, I'll try to just stick to our way of presenting the points. So using our app, our model of subscription for the app, or like a monthly collection of the garbage, is the revenue stream, or the main one perhaps. And in terms of markup, we have products that during the garbage collection we sell. So the strategy here, looking at arbitrage, is that we buy in bulk things that our workers are using. So we have work suits, dustbins, gumboots, masks, and things like that. And because the workers need them, we have maybe, let's say, an extra gumboot in the truck and an extra bin that we carry, and we can sell this to, because they go everywhere, and they can sell it right there on point to any customer. And we have a markup from there because we're buying it cheaper and in bulk. So this is the arbitrage model. We have commission, and commission and pay-per-user in this case go together in the model. And this is when a customer using the app requests that we collect their garbage, but they are not subscribed members. So we charge extra for that, and using the location in the app, they can tell that one of our vehicles is in the area, for example. So they demand or request some garbage removal. This can be done by somebody else who is not our employee, our full-time employee, but they get a commission for it. So they can sign up immediately and deliver it to the recyclers or something like that. We shall issue a code or something which they use to deliver it, and they get a commission based on that. Also, we're open to donations because it's a community-based thing and all that.
Donations?
So it is one of the possibilities because they're common
One
in
of the
Africa. It's
possibilities. Okay.
it's not something we base it on.
Not the mainstream.
It's not the main. It's not one of the main ones.
Okay.
It's just something we may consider. It's, so in terms of affiliates, we partner with, it's very popular in my country to use the Ministry of Health. In this season, for example, we have a lot of outbreaks of diseases that have to do with dirtiness, like cholera and bilharzia. So it's a rainy season here. And the Ministry of Health is very interested in doing this, so we partner with them, and we can use our barcode and links for the app and everything to put it even not only in our company, on our vehicles and uniforms, but also perhaps in the clinics and certain teams that work in government. They're the Ministry of Health workers, but they have a QR code that somebody can scan and download our app. That's more like a marketing strategy in this case. They may also provide certain funding that is available from the government and use us to execute these things for the cleanups and stuff like that, which they're already doing to control cholera and things like that.
Okay.
So arbitrage and commission has been covered. Just data sales is a possibility. This is also one of the models because we have statistics. So we know how much we collect, which area we collect more from. We can sell this data as well. We have more plastic in a certain area, more metal in a certain area, just data sales, whatever information we have, because we use apps. So all this data is already organized, and it's also something we can sell. And
Okay.
when it comes to the cost of revenue and prototyping them, equipment costs are inevitable. We need vehicles and transportation. So this is fixed. Salaries, of course, the labor cost is also fixed. So other than that, like advertising and marketing costs, I think they are not only neutralized, but perhaps our strategy might actually earn more because we are almost advertising for free. The little cost of printing the QR codes on uniforms and things like that actually maybe bring in more in the long run. So I think we're not spending so much on that.
But keep the
And the other
marketing
may now add on
costs
what I
in
mentioned.
mind.
I think I open the floor to my team now.
Sorry?
The floor is now open for my team to add.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Teresa, do you want to add anything else?
No, this is all we had discussed. I think this is all he has managed to remember.
Okay. Thank you, Team 2. Thank you, Team 1. Thank you, the whole aspiring group. Thank you for your effort. I'm really impressed by your findings and the way you apply the BMC to your business ideas. And before we finish up, let's quickly review the key sections of the business model canvas. Business model canvas is a powerful tool that helps us to visualize our business so that we'll be able to test our idea, to test its viability, feasibility, and profitability before launching. We'll be able to collect customers' feedback and iterate to reach our final version of our product or service. It's composed of 9 components: the value proposition, what is the problem you're trying to solve, and what makes you unique, the customer segments, and we have to define our target customer very clearly to know how to serve them properly, the channels that connect the value proposition to the customer segments, whether online or offline, the customer relationships, and it's about keeping the loyalty, retaining the customers, and acquiring new customers and building emotional connection. The key partners, and those are the organizations or individuals that help you to grow, that help you to reduce risks and help you to scale and provide resources. The key resources, the main and critical resources that make your business function and grow, the key activities, the daily activities for functioning. And finally, the financial part that's divided into the revenue streams and try to use multiple revenue streams. These are the ways you earn money from your customers, and the cost structure, whether fixed or variable. Each component plays an important role in shaping your business. So make sure to test and to iterate each part as you develop your business model further. So guys, I was really impressed during this session. Thank you for your interaction. Thank you for the amazing inputs. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Before ending the session, I would love to hear your thoughts on today's session. Please reflect on parts of the business model canvas that you found most useful for your business idea. Was there any part that was difficult or confusing? What would you like to learn more about in future sessions? Anything you want to share? Feel free to share your feedback with the group, either by unmuting yourself or through the chat. I would like to hear from each one of you.
I just have an open question. This is about what we just mentioned in the end now, is to do with the feasibility. So we study the market and how feasible the business is and everything. So based on the traditional models that we used for evaluation and things like that, is there something which is new that you could really point out to say this is like really effective, and maybe something that's really recent that helps with the feasibility nowadays?
The business model canvas is a simple yet very powerful tool to test viability, feasibility, and profitability. The viability of your business is tested through the value proposition, your competitive edge that makes you different from your competitors and any other competitor in the market, the customer segments, clearly defining the segments, finding the suitable channels, and the customer relationships to be built effectively. And the feasibility comes through finding the most powerful partners who could provide resources, who could reduce risks and help you to grow and scale, and having the essential resources so that your business can function and grow, and being able to perform and operate through your daily activities. And the profitability is tested through the revenue streams and cost structure. When you found that you have multiple revenue streams that are more than the cost structure, whether fixed or variable. So the BMC is a simple tool, yet very powerful one, to make you able to test viability, feasibility, and profitability. So my recommendation is trying to use it first. Then there are lots of other tools to use to test all of these concepts. But try the BMC. It's very, very, very useful. Okay. What else? Mr. Emmanuel.
Okay. Thank you, Moaz. First of all, let me use this opportunity to also thank you for the class. It's been quite interactive and involving. Or normally when you have on virtual classes like this, you are all over the place and you get bored. But 4 hours, I guess everybody has sat down because you kept involving us. So that is very good, and thank you so much. And also the
My
opportunity
pleasure,
to
Emmanuel. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Also, the opportunity to meet my colleagues as well. It's unfortunate we couldn't see our faces. Some of us, we couldn't see our faces, but I hope someday we'll meet again, maybe physically, and then we can share friendship together. But my question will go to the rep from School of Continuing Education. What next? I think we are done today. What follows? Any certification, any opportunity to scale up? I mean, what is the next step that we could take if we so wish? Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Ahmed Awad or Mr. Ahmed Gaber, do you have an answer to the question of Mr. Emmanuel? Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, I'll get back to Dr. Ahmed Awad, the program coordinator.
Very well. Thank you.
Yes, I make sure that he will give a clear answer about what next. And again, thank you for being very interactive, for your helpful insights. Thank you. Really pleased to get to know you, Mr. Emmanuel.
Thank you. Thank you too.
Shiba, Abdul, Teresa, Rosaria, Matika, do you have anything to add? I want to hear your feedback.
I'm really grateful. I would also want to take this
I'm the one who should be
opportunity.
grateful for having you guys.
No, it's us who has gotten more knowledge. What you were sharing from the questions, you've actually opened my eyes. Like whenever I'm planning something, or if I have a project in plan, I should think ahead, think louder, think outside the box. You've just taught me to think anyhow, or angles like that. It's really helpful. I think with this information, we'll do better this time around. If we have to get back to our entrepreneurial, we'll do much better. We really appreciate and for everyone's ideas, participation. We've also learned a lot from the members. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. So you've successfully completed the business model canvas workshop. Now you have a framework to visualize and structure your business model. For me, the next step, my recommendation for the next step is refining your BMC. So take time to revisit your canvas, everyone's canvas, and ensure all components are aligned with your business idea, and test and validate. So start validating your assumptions with real customers through surveys, interviews, and pilot programs. And also pitch your idea. So prepare a short pitch based on your business model canvas. The business model canvas is a helpful tool to use it to pitch your idea to potential investors or stakeholders. So use it to present it to potential investors or customers. Keep refining, keep iterating your business model. I recommend continuing to use the business model canvas as a living document that evolves with your business. So thank you so much for participating in this course. I hope you now feel more confident in your ability to design and test your business model. And remember, the key to success is continuous learning, testing, and adapting. And I'm looking forward to hearing about your entrepreneurial journeys in the future. So good luck and keep being impressing and keep innovating. Thank you, guys. Hope to see you in another courses. It was a pleasure meeting all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Emmanuel, Shibwa,
Bye,
Dul,
everyone.
Natika, Rosaria, and
Well.
Ethan.
Take care. Right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mm.